Have you seen a car that you might like to have a ride in today?
Quite like the look of the Mercedes. Isn't that a four-wheel drive?
That is a four-wheel drive, so it's good in the slightly damp conditions, and I'll tell you what, it goes like stink. It's really good.
It's over 400 brake horsepower as well, isn't it?
I know he's had this tuned, he's told me himself, and he will do a launch control if you want.
Sweet.
It's amazing, it's a good car.
So what's this all for then?
So this is the Sporting Bears, and we're a motor club company. So if you're a car enthusiast, petrol head, you got a nice car, unique car, sports car, supercar, or even just a car that you love yourself and you want to talk to other people about, you join the club, £25 for the year, and you turn up to the events like this.
Yeah.
You have your car, picture on the cool wall, and you try and sell rides for children's charities. So each car has a different price on it.
Yep.
You choose a car that you either want to go in, it's a dream ride for you, or a car that you might find more affordable.
Brilliant.
And you book the car that you want to ride in, and all the money raised, 100% goes to children's charities.
All of it?
We don't take a single penny.
Oh,
We're all
wow.
volunteers. We volunteer our time, fuel money,
Yeah.
accommodation. It's all goes to children's charities.
That's amazing. Right, so how do we book this then? What do I have to do?
If you've chosen the Mercedes,
Definitely go for the Mercedes,
brilliant. Right, so come with me. We'll take you to the booking desk.
Brilliant.
41 and it's 40, but oh yeah, you knew that bit.
I read it well.
Excellent. In that case,
So
you
8.
haven't read this bit, have you?
No
So I need
postcode.
a house number and a postcode. See, you'll all come back and fight you. Take that over to Joan. Joan will book you in. Thank you.
Let's go.
It's quite a simple process.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
They're very efficient.
We try. That's £40 then, please.
Brilliant. On the card? Is
Yeah.
that okay?
It's fine. Thank you. Probably going to have to get you to insert it. You've spent too much money.
Oh no!
That would not be
Bing bang
the
car
first
parts
time.
again, have you?
Always.
There we go.
And it's as simple as that. You are now going on a
Thank you.
dream ride.
That's your ride voucher. So if you'd
Brilliant.
like to head into the gazebo next door.
Certainly. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. So how long you had this one?
I had the car for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just basically, just as I got the car and then I decided to join the Bears because I thought my Focus ST wasn't up for the challenge. So. got
Oh, right,
this.
okay, so you got this, then joined the Bears.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
got this
So,
and then joined the Bears with this,
so you literally got this to play with the Bears.
basically. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I googled what's the quickest hot hatch out there,
Yeah.
and this came up. Didn't like the price tag, but I bought it anyway during lockdown. Click and collect. Never seen it, never driven it,
Yeah.
but picked it up and wasn't disappointed.
Excellent. So how many rides do you think you've done in this?
Over the 3 years, probably, I don't know, I probably do about 8 to 10 events a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, at Carfest South last year, for example, that was on the Sunday. I was back to back, so that was probably 8 to 10 rides. So,
Wow.
yeah, so a fair few hundred, I'd say.
Wow, that's a lot of launches. Put on the brake.
Okay.
Let's go. That was awesome.
That's 60 in 3 seconds for you.
That is phenomenal. It's got a nice sound to it, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's got a new custom-built back box because the standard one very quiet.
All right.
But even now, it's in Sports Plus now, but it rumbles a little bit, but there's no pops and bangs.
Yeah.
But when we give it a bit of welly, then you hear the pops and bangs, which is kind of good because you can
Yeah.
just drive it to the shop, get a pint of milk without waking the neighbours. The kids also like it to tell jokes.
Go on then, what's your best joke?
They're a bit rubbish. So. Hey Mercedes,
How can I help?
can you tell me a joke?
What do you say to a rabbit on its birthday? Happy birthday.
Told you they were rubbish. Hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
What do you think about Audi?
Oh, steady.
Super. Business is all about competition.
It normally says the same as you, otherwise we wouldn't be sat here together.
That's a brilliant answer. Although I disagree entirely, obviously.
I know you have an Audi.
Having
that's
an
why-
Audi, yeah.
That's why I used Audi, not BMW. Right, we'll give you a little acceleration, show you what it's like.
Brilliant. That's pretty good.
So as you can see, it starts a bit louder.
Yeah, and starts popping as well.
Yeah.
Well, I take it when you're taking these kids and stuff out, you're driving to what they want, aren't you?
Yes,
You know,
totally.
so
I know you
yeah,
because we met last night.
yes. So
I
yeah,
know you're a racing driver,
Yeah.
so I know you're fine.
Yeah.
But generally, as soon as anybody gets in, whether it's adults or children, first question is, do you want to feel do you just want to go for a drive?
Yeah.
Or do you just want to feel the acceleration? Are you happy with acceleration? I'll always check, once I've done a little blip like that, I'll always check to make sure they're okay. Is that too much, too little? That sort of question.
yeah.
Yeah. I have had one little lad and his mum and dad. He was sat in the front. He thought he knew what speed was like because he played the PlayStation.
Yep.
And then he started crying because we did a little blip like that. His
Yeah.
mum and dad were very grateful because they were going to book him a track experience.
Right.
So they saved him a lot of money because he wouldn't have liked it. Because
And he wouldn't have
didn't-
enjoyed it, would he?
didn't
No.
actually know the sensation of that sort of speed.
Yeah.
Or acceleration, shall I say, not speed.
Yeah, I suppose that acceleration is impacting many emotions, isn't it, and
Yeah.
many feelings. Whereas on a PlayStation, it's just visual,
Yes.
isn't it? So, whereas we know what that acceleration does to all of our senses, all of them. When you do all of this, like obviously for the Bears, and obviously that's raising money and awareness for the children's charities and stuff.
Yes.
Do you ever get to see what that money does? Do you get involved?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. So this is
Fast?
This is fast, yeah. This is a sort of a typical Bears event where the general public like yourself will come along, make a donation, we take you out for a dream ride.
Yep.
We have other events which are what we call closed events, whereby, for example, there is one in the Isle of Wight. The drivers will go across, I'm going this year in December, we'll go across the Isle of Wight and then we visit some of the charities that we support.
Okay.
So we'll just go up to the charities, it's actually two sort of hostels. We'll go there, all the children and their families come along, and we just take them out for private rides in the
That's
cars.
amazing.
So there's no donations involved. At that point, it's just giving back to the children
Yeah.
that we support. And we also did one last year on a track as well, which was very good.
And they must get a lot out of it.
No, they love it. Yeah.
Especially this.
Yeah.
Especially this bit. You got that on film, right?
Getting a steady shot when you accelerate. It should be Olympic sport.
This is 5 up with a boot full of luggage.
And exactly that. Yeah, 5 up
Yeah.
for luggage, and that was really impressive. So how many cars are there today, roughly? Is it about 20?
I think we had 26 yesterday. I think there's a few more. It's probably got 28, 30, I think,
Yep.
today. It does vary. Obviously, not everybody can give up their full weekend.
No, for sure.
Yeah, so it does vary on day to day. The Saturday and Sunday we'll probably have a few more, just because people are off work. Actually.
Yeah.
So we got a bear.
Yeah, I think there's a few bears about, isn't there
Yeah,
now?
Yeah.
Actually, there is a huge selection of different cars, isn't there? To cater
Yes,
for
yeah.
and they're all special cars as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all priced, massive array of prices and
Yeah.
cars, different types of cars, different specs. We have a wide array of cars, which is always good. There's always something affordable,
Yeah,
There's anything from sort of £20 up to £100, depending on the event.
yeah. So how much fuel would you go through on a busy event?
So, on a long 3-day event, so Carfest if I'm busy, I'll go through 2 or 3 tanks of petrol.
Wow. And of course, you pay for that yourself.
Yes, totally.
You donate that
Yeah.
as part of the charity.
Part of being a bear.
Yeah,
that's
part of
what we
being
do.
there.
Tyres. We go through a lot of tyres.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
But we're all very good drivers, so it's fine. Yeah, so we pay for all the fuel, accommodation, all of our overheads is
Yep.
comes out of our pocket to make sure that 100% of the money
Goes to the charity.
goes to
Yeah.
the charities we're supporting.
Absolutely amazing. I mean, you guys, you know, and girls, all of you doing it. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it really is incredible.
Yeah, it's
Because
not
I
just
know
the
what you're
drivers.
doing to this car right now. I know what's happening to those tyres,
Yeah.
and I know how much fuel you're using. You know,
Yes.
we are chewing through fuel and chewing through tyres right now, and of
Yeah.
course you're donating that just to help raise money for children, which is, you know, amazing. And I think everybody needs to be supporting charity more. You know, every time I see you guys, I always jump in the car. You know,
Thank you.
I mean, I was with Helen Blake before in a TF, even though I've got one. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just great to see you guys doing it.
This
you
is
know?
one of our bears here. It's just done a cheeky launch control by the looks of it.
Is he?
So we could potentially just do the same because, as Mike Brewer says, there's no law.
Brilliant. Let's do it. Ready?
60. Just within the speed limit.
Just there we go. Look.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. We were just talking about the drivers. Obviously, we donate our time, but there's also a massive team of volunteers that don't drive. So
Yep.
we've got the garage staff, we've got the desk staff. They do an amazing job. Very
Yep.
stressful job at sometimes with the amount of cars and bookings we're getting.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then we have obviously when we're not driving, we're all on the cool wall helping out, explaining the process, how it works to the general public and all that. So,
And that's what you got at the cool wall, where you get to
Yes.
pick your car and
That's
so the
it, yeah.
experience I had, which is great.
yeah.
And it's actually quite a long time out, isn't it? You know, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like
20-25 minutes, depending
Yeah.
on traffic. Obviously, the ones we do on public roads, you know, we have to bear in mind that it's public and we've got other drivers around.
Yep. Because when I was at the NEC last time, there was quite a few of you there as well, wasn't there? A large
yeah,
number.
we did the NEC in March and November, at the Classic and the Restoration.
It's all that fun. It's being spoiled by a Tesla now, look,
Yeah,
which is probably one of the show cars.
it is, yeah, I think so. I hope you enjoyed your experience.
Absolutely amazing,
Thank you very much for your donation. The kids will appreciate it.
definitely. And that you've given up your time to do it, you know, and a car like this as well, you know. Amazing car. Amazing driving as well.
Thank you, sir.
So what do you reckon? You can outperform him?
Yes,
Obviously.
always.
Obviously. Good job. It is four-wheel drive, isn't it?
So get you some air, but they're doing burnouts.
Yeah, it's just going to be rubber, the stuff we like.
This gentleman will let you out.
Reece, thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Absolute
Thank you very much
pleasure.
for your donation.
You're welcome. She's hot.
She's very hot. Yeah.